What's going on, guys? The TNT Muffin here, and today I'm going to be doing a type of video that I actually haven't done in a little bit. I'm going to be doing a review video on the FNAF AR action figures. I mean, I know a lot of people have probably already done reviews on these because they came out a while ago, but I thought I'd still do it. So, you know, we got System Error Toy Bonnie, VR Toy Freddy, High Score Toy Chica, Radioactive Foxy, Livewire Toy Freddy, which is the, attack mode version, and Shamrock Freddy. There is also a Toxic Springtrap figure, but I haven't gotten it. My Walmart had everything except for that. I don't even think it sold out. I think they just didn't have it, because they had, multiple of every figure. So I think they just, for some reason, didn't stock that. So we're going to start off with the Arcade Mayhem characters. First of all, System Error Toy Bonnie. These figures were very exciting to release because the toy animatronics never actually got figures. We're, for some reason, getting FNAF AR skins of the toy animatronics before we actually get the toy animatronics. But still very exciting, because now we do have the molds of them, which means eventually they could just recolor these to make, the toys, which Funko loves doing, recolors, so I think that could happen. So let's give him a little review. System Error Toy Bonnie. Looking at the mold of him, I feel like it looks pretty good. By the way, he's regular System Error Toy Bonnie to compare it to. I'll put the renders in the description. So yeah, so compared to System Error Toy Bonnie, this guy really doesn't have any mistakes. I mean, you could say, the body type is a little more bulky than it should be. Not exactly like System Error Toy Bonnie. But, I mean, other than that, I don't really see any issues with it. I guess I should open him up. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. So we got him out of the box. If you're wondering why I pogged there, I didn't realize he had a tail. That's pretty cool. But yeah, man, this guy is really cool looking. I feel like he is very accurate. The tail, I noticed that in Help Wanted when you see him walking through the corridors, he's got his tail in the back of him. See, all these guys are going to be transparent because they wanted to make them glow in the dark. I think with these guys, though, I mean, I usually don't like the transparency, but I feel like it works pretty well. He looks pretty good. Here's a little close-up view of him. Spin around. So yeah, this is a very good figure, honestly. The mold's really well done. I like that they had all the lines on him. They gave him the tail, which is nice, I suppose. Yeah, I don't really see any mistakes with it. I think it's a very cool figure. It's really cool to finally see toy animatronic figures after, 6 years of Funko making FNAF merch. Kane Carter mentioned this before, but if you just dump this guy in some black paint, it's basically Black Rabbit from Pop Goes, because, he's got, the 3D printing lines. Moving on, if we go on the lineup of FNAF, Bonnie's over there on the left, then we've got Freddy, so we're gonna go with VR Toy Freddy. We were talking about VR before with Bonnie walking across the hallway, so now let's go into the guy with the VR headset, I suppose. I wonder if I can get this guy out fully intact. I feel like I never do that when opening figures. They always break. So there he is, VR Toy Freddy. Another thing that's cool about this, I didn't really think about before, is that he has a microphone, which doesn't seem like much, but recently, Funko hasn't really been giving them any props, at all. Dreadbear. All of the Cursed Dreadbear action figures, not a single one had a prop. So it is cool to see them bringing it back. It is just a microphone, but it's something. And we will have a much cooler prop with a different character. So yeah, VR Toy Freddy. Here is a render of him to compare to. The mold on this guy is really good. It's really accurate to the game. Not only that, the VR headset looks nice. I like all the parts of him. And he also, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it on screen, but he does have, all of the weird technology lines on him. I don't know what you would call them. See, again, I think this guy is very cool. You can't move around his torso. Can you do that with Toy Bonnie? No, you can't. The torsos are stuck together. So another thing, like I said, with them being transparent, this guy is, you can tell more on this guy. He's, really see-through. I don't know if you can see it completely on camera, but he is very see-through. And you can see, the little circle in his belly with the two things connecting, which is a little unfortunate. You can't notice that in System Error Toy Bonnie because that part is colored over. So this one is a little less cool in that sense with the transparency, but with the mold itself, this figure is super cool. It's really nice, again, to get, a Toy Freddy figure. So yeah, again, this one is very good. I think it's really well made. Although, it would be nice if it wasn't just one flat color. They could have done a little more paint, maybe. They could have made those technology lines pinkish or maybe something like that. Moving on to the third one of the lineup, Bonnie, Freddy, and now Chica. I did the thing. I took it out intact. So, High Score Toy Chica. Remember earlier I mentioned a figure had a cool prop. Well, this one has the little 8-bit cupcake. Oh, that's strange. It's on both sides. Yeah, this one has a little 8-bit cupcake, which is cool. I really like that. I don't know how exactly to make her hold it. There we go, she's holding. High score toy Chica. So yeah, again, this one, I think the mold for it looks really nice. I don't really see any issues. Again, you know, it's got some little pixels on it, like High Score Toy Chica does. This one, I feel like the eyes and the bib, it doesn't really fit in with the figure well. I think this figure might have been better if it wasn't transparent, because also I'm pretty sure in the game it has like a gradient for where the pixels are, and it's not just one flat color, so I feel like that would have been a little better. It's still pretty cool. The mold does look like Toy Chica does, so it is cool, like I said before, to finally be getting a Toy Chica figure. And I do like the little cupcake. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna save the exclusives for last, so next up we're going to be going with Radioactive Foxy. This one has a very cool feature. I don't think I mentioned it before, but I'll show you when I open it up. Oh, I did it again. I got it out fully intact. Radioactive Foxy. Radioactive Foxy, coming from the ground, or whatever. The lake? I don't know. It must be something about, like, the transparent material, because these parts aren't, like, a hard plastic. They're just, like, rubber. Are the other transparent figures like that? Oh, yeah, they are. I never noticed that. So, yeah, rubbery-eared Foxy. Looking at him, I mean, he looks pretty cool. He's got nice details and stuff like that. I feel like, again, the eyes are a little bit wonky, with like the little lines above it. Looks a little strange. His hook is super cool though. I really like the hook. He's got like pretty small details too, like this little part on the hook with some bolts in it. But then the cool thing that probably makes this like honestly one of the coolest FNAF figures is that the inside of this guy has an endoskeleton in it. You might be able to see that better on the back. So here's the light. I'll put it in front of the light. That might help a little bit. So yeah, this dude actually has an endoskeleton inside of him, which I don't think they've done with any other FNAF figure in the past. I mean, unfortunately, his head doesn't have an endoskeleton inside of it. It is just like the body, but still, that's super cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Funko's like, they went hard this time. This wave is really good. So now onto the exclusives. I am actually not gonna take them out of the box. I do want to leave these guys in the box because they are exclusives and I feel like they'll be worth more in the future. So Livewire Toy Freddy, or I guess just Livewire Freddy. This one actually, there isn't too much to talk about because it is basically just VR Toy Freddy without the VR headset and then some details painted onto him. I will say though, the details do add a lot. You know, like what I was talking about before with High Score Toy Chica, or I mean, even VR Toy Freddy looking pretty plain. You know, details like this would have been nice to have some of those colored at least. So yeah, I mean, it is kind of just the same as VR Toy Freddy, nothing too special, but since it doesn't have the VR headset on, somebody could repaint it to be Toy Freddy. I think it would be very cool to see if anybody repainted these to make the FNAF 2 characters. And then the final one, well, we don't have Toxic Springtrap here, but we do have Shamrock Freddy. This one, you know, you would think it's just gonna be a regular Freddy recolor, nothing too special, right? But I mean, it's honestly really cool. Unfortunately, he does have the upper teeth. I don't know why. For some reason, one time, just once, Funko made the Freddy Frostbear action figure and removed his upper teeth. Ever since then, though, they still have been adding them back on. Not sure why, because clearly he does have stuff changed about his mold with these slices, which I think are very cool, or the withering on him. But for some reason, they just didn't change the upper teeth, which is unfortunate. But like I said, he does have withering on him. He's got his gold chain. He's got some marks withering on his head and stuff like that. You know, he does, again, have changes to his head on his mold, so I don't know why they didn't remove the teeth. And then also his hat, you know, it's new. It's got the clover. It's got the buckle on it. He's got his golden microphone. So I think it is a very cool figure. Like I said, Funko did a very good job with this wave. The only figure I'm not too big of a fan of is the one that I don't have yet, Toxic Springtrap. I just feel like he shouldn't be transparent. He doesn't really have any reason to be. I guess to make it glow in the dark, but they don't really have to do that. Because in the game, he is just Springtrap with a bunch of, like, boils and stuff. So I feel like he shouldn't be transparent. And then also the eyes. Like, the eyes don't really look like how they do in the game. That could have been changed a bit. But I can't completely judge that one because I don't have it in person. But yeah, like I said, overall, this wave of action figures is very cool. Funko did a very good job this time. The endoskeleton on the inside is very cool. But that is the end of the video. So if you want to subscribe, click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch some of my other videos, you can click these buttons over here. And I'll see you when I do another review video.